to identify these opportunities and to know where to invest is, unless someone's reading your Twitter feed where you're talking to the 4 a.m. bacha party. And now let's talk about that because I found it quite hilarious how you refer to your audience as bacha party. Where did that stem from?
No, it's just that, in COVID, most people who came in are practically half my age, if not less.
Yeah.
So I just said, and again, remember that, I'm in my early 60s now, but I want to be relevant even to somebody entering today. I can't be talking the language of a 30-year plus in experienced investor because then I will lose a lot of the young people. They'll say, no, sir, only you can do it. Why we can't do it? So it's in a way to make yourself more approachable,
Accessible and that's all.
Exactly.
And where did the 4 a.m. theory come from?
4am is something that I found very powerful. It started from the Amazon trade in 2001. It again came to the Apple trade in 2002. When 4am is basically an existing company which goes through a cycle of boom and then gets flamed out because of a variety of reasons, macro, micro, debt, blah, 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 blah. But then you start to watch out for a spark that can bring it back to life. So it's gone to 4 a.m. 4 a.m. means you're close to dawn, but not yet dawn. Now there are no guarantees here because it's a really risky framework, which is why I don't say you should be practicing it at home. It's like those stunts which you see the disclaimers.
Yeah.
But even if you have to do it, not more than 20% of your investable capital should be in them. And they are so low that even if they fall 50%, which some can, which means they go back to midnight from 4 a.m. instead of going to 6 a.m., you won't lose much because you've put so on 20%, you lose 50%, and it's not going to be 100% of the 20% that you lose 50%. So even if you lose that, it's 5-10% of your capital will go, which is nothing. We can survive that. But on the ones, even if you get, let's say you spent 2% on each, so you have 10 positions, like occupying the 20%, even if it just goes up 20 times, it's a lottery ticket for you.
You're playing the power law to your advantage.
Absolutely. And people look at equity investing differently from derivatives. I look at equity investing exactly the way I look at derivatives. For
That's
example,
interesting. Yeah.
I look at these positions as really deep out of the money call options. That's the only way to look at 4am bets. They'll go to zero, the call option. Here they won't go to zero. That's a big difference. I'll lose 50%. But they are so far out of the money that even a moderate change will explode the price dramatically. So I am risking only the premium on this, which is my 1-2% per position. That's the way I look at 4am investing.
Can you give us some examples? Because Amazon and Apple are fairly talked about.
So I put in $1 million in each, which, you might say it's a lot of money, but it was 4 crores back then.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to put in $1 million. You can put in whatever you want to put in or whatever you can put in. But based on whatever data we had, they both looked amazing bets.
What changed in those companies at that time?
So Amazon, in the dot-com bust was crushed completely.
Yeah.
It had a lot of debt. The bonds were trading at 19% yield. Imagine a 19% yield in US dollar terms, close to bankruptcy. But what changed was, I remember that our analyst who was covering Amazon came and told us that based on the quarterly filings that they had made in the 10Qs, the company had turned cash flow positive. It was a company which was supposed to have gone bankrupt. Mary Meeker, who was a Morgan Stanley analyst at that point, had written a report saying that she was a big bull on the company, and she said, I'm throwing in the towel on Amazon. Business Week ran a headline saying, can Amazon survive in that 1 month? I love that. That's like the starting point of a 4am trade. Street sentiment is abjectly negative. When my analyst came in and said, sir, they have made $135 million in free cash.